On January 18th, 1977, on a cold, forgotten stretch of railroad, a train left the rails, and with it, a trail of unanswered questions. Official records are sparse, witnesses are few. What happened that night has been reduced to fragments. A report here, a rumor there, a silence where clarity should be. This film revisits that derailment, not just as an accident, but as a mystery. Drawing from documented facts, first-hand accounts, and carefully reconstructed scenes, this docudrama explores what is known, what is suspected, and what may never be fully explained. What follows is a story rooted in reality, where history and interpretation collide, and the truth lies somewhere in between. Tiffany Wildlife Area was established in 1946 and covers approximately 13,000 acres, located in Buffalo and Pepin counties within the lower Chippewa River region. It features a diverse landscape of ponds, wetlands, hardwood forests, and wildlife. In the quiet marshlands of western Wisconsin, the Tiffany Wildlife Area is known for its wetlands, wildlife, and natural beauty. But in 1977, this peaceful landscape became the site of an unexpected and dramatic event. On a bitter cold winter night, a freight train made its way along the tracks running through the Tiffany wetlands. These tracks, laid decades earlier, crossed floodplains, meadows, and soft marsh ground, terrain that demanded constant maintenance and inspection. Like many rural rail corridors of the era, this stretch endured harsh weather, shifting soil, and aging infrastructure. While trains passed through without incident for years, the conditions of 1977 would bring that streak to an end. As the train crossed Pony Bridge M66, engineers felt a sudden jolt. In seconds, the smooth rhythm of the rails was replaced by grinding steel and the violent shudder of cars leaving the track. Without warning, several cars left the track. Steel wheels tore free and couplers snapped. Two rail cars plunged into the frozen stream below. The sound carried through the valley, metal grinding against rock and ice, before the night fell silent again. With no injuries or fatalities reported, the front part of the train continued on to Durand to report the accident. Later that night, flames appeared. One of the derailed rail cars was burning. This was no accident. Someone had returned to the site and set the car on fire. Who would come back to a derailment in the middle of winter, in the middle of the night? There was no clear motive, no reported theft, and no further damage was done. The only evidence was a set of footprints in the snow near the burned car. The footprints approached the wreck, moved around it, and led away. There were no suspects and no arrests were made. All that was left behind was a question, and a set of footprints that led nowhere. The snow melted, the fire burned out, but the mystery, like the Chippewa River itself, never stopped moving.